Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kirill, your justice analyst from Belarus living in Germany, and it's finally time to take a look at the entries for the Eurovision 2026. The country I would like to start with this year is Denmark. Why Denmark? Well, I couldn't miss to watch the selection of Denmark Dansk Melodi Grand Prix, one of my most favorite Eurovision selections of all time. Maybe around 10 years ago the quality of the selection was slightly better, but nevertheless I still love it. A couple of years ago when Saba was sent one, I even managed to go there and see all the performances live. And furthermore, last year for Denmark it was a big sensation because they finally managed to qualify to the grand final of Eurovision with Sissal and Hallucination, who was actually my personal favorite. This year Sissal surprisingly entered Melodi Grand Prix once again with the song Infinity. I personally think she was absolutely stunning, but against all odds, because bookmakers definitely got it wrong, the winner was 27 years old Søren. You can see on your screen that bookmakers were definitely not really believing in his victory. If you would have bet money on him, you could have got quite some good cash back. Søren is not a new person when it comes to Eurovision Song Contest and Dansk Melodi Grand Prix. He already was in the Danish national selection in 2023. Back then, he has already entered the contest with a song in Danish language. However, he worked with completely different set of composers, including the lead singer from A Friend in London. This year, however, he has teamed up with composers who are quite new for the Eurovision Song Contest. One of them, Clara Sophie, I really loved around, let's say, 11 years ago for her song Gjennem himlen. Søren was one of the composers of both entries from 2023 and 2026 himself, but I'm really glad that this time he teamed up with Clara Sophie, which maybe helped to bring a little bit of dark and electric sound to the song. But before we take a look at the live performance, let's listen to the MP3 track, and then I will definitely take a look at the lyrics as well. So let's go, it's Søren with Før Vi Går Hjem. The melody sounds very familiar, so kind of you know where it's leading you to. This instrumental reminded me of Tattoo Ballerine. Fucking dumb, will it be really loud in Eurovision? It's a very cool build-up, like you definitely know something epic is coming. Very epic beat, almost like going to the battlefield. Till now was given a little bit of the vibes of Lighter by Cal Alexander from last year. I kind of feel like I need a little bit more beat, like there is not so much going on. It sounds pretty much similar to the beginning of the song at this point of time. Oh, this is cool, like it's a little bit stripped down, just this beat kicking. Choir now hits, sounds really powerful and impactful. Again, I wish the build-up would be a little bit faster. Great belting, love that. Ooh. Again, this battlefield beat, amazing. Really easy to remember, very catchy, very modern, very current. Cool and modern entry from Denmark this year. Sounds kinda dark, so I don't really expect that the message will be something about how much he falls in love into another person or something about saving the world, but let's just take a look. The title actually means Before We Go Home, My body's screaming, can you hear it? I should say no, said it was the last time, but you have got me, you have got me. In general, when I'm looking at the other lyrics, it seems like Søren's not really talking about his partner, rather about having a fierce night with someone together, kind of regretting it, but also enjoying it, just promising to himself that this was the last time, because probably that's not really what Søren is looking for. But so far, he just lets the night go up in flames, forgets himself. They hold on to each other till they burn to death, but for now he just tries to forget that he will wake up, and they will both want to regret that this all has happened. So not very deep lyrics, rather some physical message out here, so a little bit more in direction of Ich komme by Erika Wigman from last year, but definitely with a very different vibe. But as for now, let's take a look at his live performance from Dansk Melodi Grand Prix. I really don't remember much what was happening, and just remember at some point of time his t-shirt, I think, was ripped off, and then there was some kind of box or something like that. Let's just take a look and analyze how much Denmark should change for the Eurovision Song Contest performance. I definitely remember that the performance of Søren was really standing out, but it was already more than a week ago. I don't remember much details, so now let's see together. This transition to the head voice was just beautiful. Okay, very sassy performance, so Søren definitely knows what he's doing, and he's doing it well. So this box in which the dancers are, it seems to be closed from all sides. I'm not 100% sure. Probably it only has the opening from the top. From this perspective, at least, it seems like the opening on the top is only on one side, but let's just see. Of course, the climb of the ladder was maybe not as epic as Sergei Lazarev had in 2016. Nevertheless, looked cool and definitely helped to add this dynamic, which was maybe a little bit missing for me in the MP3 track. You can definitely feel that Søren is working on musicals. It's very theatrical performance. It fits perfectly and really helps to elevate the song. Oof, so singing while hanging with his head down, this is definitely not something easy. It looks impressive, and it seems like he's now getting into the box. It was possible to see how the cameraman was going to the left, so it seems like the box is not really closed on the sides, but they still do a very well job while playing with all these angles, how he's climbing up and so on, giving us the feeling that it's really enclosed, he has to climb inside, but in reality he actually doesn't have to. This red light was very cool with the reflection from this glass or plastic, I'm not really sure what is this material, looked really, really effective and very expensive. Well, this whole ripping off of his t-shirt was not really needed, it didn't really look anyhow epic or whatever, but I think it was a clever way to do a sort of outfit change, which just helps to add even more dynamic to this already very dynamic performance. There's really a lot going on. Now they're all out of this box, so it looks really cool. Oof, this riffs with the small growl in the end, really, really powerful and impactful. Really love that. Very, very impressive vocals. It definitely gives me hope that the juries will go for it as much as the televoters. Very, very epic ending, and also ending on that high head note. I really love that. Whoa, what a powerful and energetic performance from Denmark this year. Let's be realistic, there is no way Denmark is not qualifying to the grand final. I think the song will definitely fight for some good places. It might go the way how Lighter by Kyla Alessandro went last year for Norway. or because of this full hunting, dark beat and atmosphere of the song. It could even go the way how I Feed You My Love went with Margaret Berger in Eurovision 2013. So definitely two not so bad songs to be compared with. So let's take a quick look how actually Denmark did in the Eurovision semifinals in the past in accordance with the jury votings, in accordance with the televoting, and in overall. So starting with the overall, you can see that in accordance with the last 5 years, Denmark is the least successful country which takes part in this second semifinal. I don't think it will really be a problem for Søren, but it just generally shows that the recipe which Denmark was using was not really working, but this year it's definitely a very atypical for them. If we of course take a look at all the 15 years, they had a very successful period between 2010 and 2014, couple of successful entries afterwards as well. But was it because of the televoters or because of the juries? If we take a look at all the jury votings, those we have only from the 12 years period of semifinals existence, and compare it to the televoting results, you can see that actually in both rankings Denmark is 10th. So it's very much a country which is always on the edge, but I think this year Denmark is the country which will rather fight for the victory in their semifinal, or at least the top 3 finish. But now let's take a look in which semifinal Denmark is taking part this year, and as you can see on your screen, it will be second semifinal and it's second half. In the second half we also will have Norway, who probably will show some support to Danish entry, among with the countries like Albania, Cyprus, Malta, Australia, Ukraine and Latvia. I have to say the second half is of course even more beneficial for Denmark. Being in a second half of somewhat weaker semifinal of course raises the chances for Denmark to qualify even higher, but I think one of the spots in the final is already pretty much reserved for Søren. So let's see how the Eurovision fans have responded to this entry. I know Sissal was a huge fan favorite for the selection, so this could definitely lead to the fact that some fans will be somewhat bitter towards this entry. I find myself being like that as well from time to time. So as you can see on your screen, it didn't really stop Denmark from achieving some high positions. Denmark is currently number 2, right after Cyprus, which I haven't listened to, and above Greece, Croatia, Montenegro, and many other entries which I all still very much have to listen to. So it definitely proves that Denmark can go far if even the Eurovision fans have so quickly forgotten about their big favorite who lost the selection to Søren. But did the bookmakers respond to this interesting choice made by Danish public and the juries? So as you can see on your screen, Denmark is currently ranked 5th with the coefficients of 10 or 12 for victory in the Eurovision Song Contest 2026. Interestingly, he had similar coefficients in the Danish national selection right before the final, which didn't stop him from winning. So far, I can definitely see why bookmakers are ranking Denmark top 5 and maybe even fighting for victory. Denmark is definitely following this year this recipe of success, which the last 3 winners, Loreen with Tattoo, Nemo with the Code, and also Wasted Love by JJ had. They were all somewhat dark, very modern, with very powerful vocals, and this is exactly what Denmark is serving us, with a little bit more upbeat tempo. And this brings me to the end of my small review of the Danish entry for the Eurovision Song Contest 2026. I think it's a great song which will probably do really well, which will probably give the best result to Denmark since years. I would love to see them again entering top 10. We have really missed that, and maybe this will mark the revival of Dansk Melodi Grand Prix as one of the best national selections. I hope you have enjoyed this little analysis. Please let me know down below in the comments what did you think about the Danish entry, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye bye.